student, in previous lecture we discussed the class function definition. There is a two method to defining the function in a class. First method is inside a class and second method is outside a class definition. We discussed the inside a class definition. In today's lecture we discuss the outside class definition. How the member function can be defined outside the class. There is a syntax for the outside declaration of the member function in a class, that is a syntax. Return type, first we give the return type. Next one is a class name, scope resolution operator. This operator we study in different types of the operator in C++. This operator is called as a scope resolution operator. Next one is a function name, and after that every function we give the simple bracket. In that the simple bracket we can be write the argument list. Here argument list, it is nothing but number of the variables used in a function. After that in a curly bracket we can be write the function body or the content of that the function. Here we can be write. In this the point, this is the syntax. Explanation of that the syntax is return type. Return type means in which data types the value of the function can be returned. We can be give any valid data type in a C++. That is a return type. Next we can be write a class name. Class name, it is the any valid variable name which we can be declared before that the statement. Next, scope resolution operator. Here also the function name, it is a any valid variable name which obeys variable declaration rules in a C++. And argument list, it is nothing but a variables on which we can be operate the function. For example, void, here return type, I can be write the void. Before this the declaration of the outside class definition, we declare the class declaration, and after that when we want to define a function outside a class, then we can be use this the method. Otherwise we can be use the inside a class definition method. Return type, for example, in this example I can be use the void data type. When we can be use the void data type, the when function cannot be return a value back to the main function, or the function cannot be return value, at that time that function we can be give void data type. Okay. Next, here class name, I can be use the student class name or the name of a class, it is nothing but a student. After that here the scope resolution operator. Here I can be use the scope resolution operator. And function name, I can be use the input is the name of a function. Argument list, it is nothing but the variable list. In that the input function or input function can be operate on a arguments or the variable, that is int p, int m. In a function declaration, the variable can be declared separately. Common variable we can be write int p, m. But here the function, in a function, arguments can be declared separately, int p, int m. Okay. And in this declaration, student scope resolution operator test, that is called as a label member function label declaration. This input function is belong to the class student. Student scope resolution tells that the member function label, that is a limitation of that the function. It tells that this the input function is a member of student class and the variable is p and m. Okay. In this the input function, I can be write the inputting value p for, I can be use the p variable for a physics and m variable for the maths. So inputting can be right. The body of the function is C out enter physics and maths marks. Double quotation complete, semi comma, and after that I can be right C in P and m, that is inputting the variables of the P and m. Okay, that is a method of the outside class definition. For example, if I can be write, or when I want to write a program by using outside class declaration, before that the statement first is part of the class is a class declaration. I can be write class, name of a class student, private. In that the private section I can be write intp comma m, and if we want, okay, we can be use the only two variables. In a public section I can be define public colon. Here is a, after that the simple statement we give the semi-comma, but in the visibility label private public, after that we can be write just a colon. I want to use a student. I want to use the input function, so we use or declared here input function. void input opening closing bracket, and here is a curly bracket completed semi-comma. Before that this the declaration we can be write the class declaration. This we can be studying in a previous lecture. Here the student, first class data type student class name, and in a private I can be write P and M variable, and I want to operate a function that is a input. Before using the function we must declare. So this is the declaration, class declaration, and second part of the class is the function definition. This method is a outside a class function definition. In previous lecture we discussed inside a class definition. If this function can be used inside a definition, then all this part we can be right here. When we want to use outside a class definition of a member function, that at that time first we declared class, declared function, and this function is belong to that the class. So we can be use the specific syntax. In a inside a class definition there is a no specific syntax, but in a outside class definition there is a specific syntax. That is, here we declare input function, but this function we can be used outside a class. Here is the ending of the class declaration. So when any function we want to use the outside a class, at that time this syntax can be used. First we give data type, our class name, scope resolution operator, our function name. Here I can be write a function name input, pm, that is a variables. The content of that the function body is the same in a outside as well as a inside, but in a outside a class definition we must declare the use that the function by using the appropriate syntax, which we discussed in a previous part. That is outside class definition. Here the two part of the class is finished. First declaration of the class and class function definition is the second part. In next lecture we discuss how the object can be defined, and fourth part is how the member function can be accessed. Okay.